Yeah. What up, people? Good afternoon. Long time I haven't done one of these things. So welcome. If you're new here, uh, I usually try and do these little well, not usually, because these days I've been really lacking on them, but I try and do these little cooler talks here over the internet during the break time at work. Talk about sports, mostly boxing or MMA. But if something else comes up that I find interesting, I'll talk about it, right? So appreciate y'all coming through. Whether you're gonna listen on the playback, or if you're gonna listen live, leave your comments. Thumbs up. Let me know what y'all think about anything I talk about today. So the first thing we want to talk about is the Olympics, and the Olympics in Tokyo going ahead. Even though you have some COVID situations in Japan right now, and one of the funnier or more interesting things to come out of it, one of the ways they want to keep the COVID spread down is the sleeping arrangements, or should I say something else that happens on a bed other than sleeping. Let me share my screen with y'all. So the headline reads, athletes to sleep on anti-sex cardboard beds at Olympic Games amid COVID. So it says beds to be installed in the Tokyo Olympic Village will be made of cardboard. This is aimed at avoiding intimacy among athletes. So apparently they don't want you over in Tokyo trying to smash and spread COVID, right? From what all I've seen, all I've read about athletes and their behavior in the Olympic Village, bro, one of the first things they do is direct you to, well, from what I know from people who went to the Olympics from my country, they tell you, one of the first things they try to tell you is where the condoms and birth control stations are. And he says, bro, one guy told me that there's a lot of sex that goes on in the Olympic Village. A lot of sex. And he bro, so in Tokyo, y'all gonna have to sleep on these cardboard beds. Cardboard beds. As you can see here, this is one of the cardboard beds here. So they're trying to make sure that the bed can only hold the weight of a single person. So all you people who go into the Olympics who know you're not gonna medal, so might as well try to get some ass, you're gonna have to use the floor, bro. You're gonna have to drag that mattress off and use the floor. In my opinion, these guys need to just, have penicillin pills on hand and some condoms, because you ain't stopping shit. Just make sure they have penicillin pills to clear up all that nasty stuff, and some condoms for pregnancy, and that's it. Because you ain't stopping no sex in the Olympic Village. Cardboard bed or no cardboard bed. Telling you. What's up? What's up, Santos? Black on the road listening in. Let me share the link one time. So that was my news from the weird world of sports today. Cardboard beds at the Tokyo Olympics Tokyo Olympic Village. I'm telling you, Santos, they're gonna just drag that mattress off and smash on the floor. Oh shit, the bushes is still there. So what I really want to get into here is the conversation about legacy over. Oh, who's this? Santos? Santos, what's up? What's up?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just chilling in the house, man. I'm, got some time off.
What's up with the cardboard bed, Santos? What's up?
Would that
deter you?
Nah, man, that wouldn't deter me, man. I'm gonna use the floor. You know what I'm saying? We getting on the floor, we getting on the rug, getting fucking ass burn, rug burns. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, man. You know?
There's a guy who went to the Olympics and from here, I knew him, and he's like, bro, one of the first things they teach you is where the condoms are, all them things are, because bro, there's a lot that goes down the Olympic village. I could imagine, because you have people at the peak of their life, adrenaline pumping, testosterone, lots of estrogen, people in the best shape of their life. What do you expect?
Yeah.
What do you expect?
And I highly doubt they're using condoms. You know, they're gonna have they pull out game on point. You know, these are Olympians. You know what I'm saying? They got the Olympic level pull out game. You know what I'm saying? They going distance shooting. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know.
But hey yo, man, them cardboard beds ain't gonna do shit.
Cardboard beds, yo, these people is crazy.
But, hey, yo,
I'm like, yo, how you gonna have me sleep on a recycled cardboard box? You got me all the way messed up, man.
Them dudes got you on an IKEA box sleeping, bro. Them dudes got you sleeping like a hobo. And then
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Nah.
Imagine you train all your life and you go and them dudes got you sleeping on a goddamn flat screen TV box.
A flat screen TV, you know, like, oh man. Then it'd be a cheap ass one too, like a Hisense.
Oh,
it's not even a Sony cardboard box. It's a Hisense, man.
A Hisense, bro. Like, oh man, you couldn't even get me the good name brand box. Nothing.
You got me on a Sanyo cardboard box. Get out of here, man.
You mean all these laps I run, all these I didn't eat all these carbs, none of that to go sleep on a damn Sanyo box. All right, bro. Thank you. Appreciate that. You know what I mean? What's up, Shizbiz? Black Ones if it's Raw Dog Promotions. Yeah, man. Raw Dog Promotion.
I'm telling you, man. That's what they doing, man. They ain't using them damn condoms. Like, what condoms? Shit, come on, man. We Olympians, man. Pull-out game is on point.
Just keep the penicillin pills on deck, bro. I mean, clear all that shit up.
You know? I mean, I'm sure they got cleared for everything already. I mean, they are Olympians. They can't be having nothing, you know. So they figure, hey, you know what?
Hey man, you never know, bro. Some people might be in there running wild, like might be knocking down, a few people a day. Especially if like, look, I'm not gonna win no races. I'm not gonna win no matches. So might as well let me just knock this out. I don't need my legs anyway. I mean, so hey, but the topic for today is legacy or leverage or legacy. We've seen in the sport of boxing, a lot of people choose leverage rather than legacy. You know what I'm saying? We've seen people turn down a lot of money, or what I think is a lot of money, because they don't care about legacy. We've seen people say no when they've told us one face, one name. We've seen people, say, "Oh, I got the last piece of your puzzle, so you gotta pay me this." So my question is, in boxing, or somebody like Tank, who wants to leverage his quote unquote stardom over the legacy of Josh Taylor. We've seen people do this, right? And my question is, can these two things coexist, or does one always have to defeat the other? Like, can you use leverage while still chasing legacy? Is that possible? Or can a legacy fighter leverage his achievements into leverage? Because it doesn't seem like, because if Josh Taylor don't have nothing to offer these other people, then all his legacy doesn't count for much. Floyd Mayweather said, "You can't eat legacy." What's your opinion, Santos?
I mean, right now it's like, nowadays I think Floyd is right, man. You can't eat legacy, but you can eat with these. You know what I mean? They can eat with that. They not gonna eat
Ah,
with legacy though. You know what I'm saying? They're not, they want that money, you know.
man.
That's what it is, man. That's how they doing things, man. You see every time these young boxers, they win a match, they win a couple titles, and they jumping in a new house. You know what I mean? You see Rougarou the other day showing off on Instagram, showing off his a brand new big old house, got like 2-3 acres on there, got his own gym at his house. They got, they want them monies, man. They want them. That's right. They want them hundreds. They want
Hundreds.
them hundreds. They want them Benjamins, man. Money. So I don't think right now they kind of put legacy at the tail end. You know what? I made the money. Now I'm gonna chase greatness. But they want that money first. They want to
But
try to.
but are people actually making the money that they purport to be making? Like this morning, I was watching, like I was going through all these PBC welterweights, including and also Terrence Crawford, all these big star welterweights, right? All of these dudes are like 32, 33. Like, do you think these guys have leveraged themselves properly to get to set, like if they retire now, if they have a catastrophic injury now, Santos, have they leveraged their career enough, their talents enough, where they can retire and not have to worry about boxing again? Do you think so?
It's some. It's far and few between, you know. And I don't like to count anybody's money, but certain champions you already see that do have belts, they don't have that financial leverage to, if something happens, that they can live off boxing for the rest of their life. They just don't, you know? They just don't. I mean, $1 million from 10 years ago is not the same as $1 million today. It's just not.
Right.
You got
Right.
inflation, and you got the government giving people, just handing over, just printing this money out and just giving it up. You know what I'm saying? And for what? Well, why are we
It's
giving
just
all this money up?
it's just interesting to me because the latest person I see using leverage over legacy is Caleb Plant. David Benavidez is of the opinion that Caleb Plant don't really want the fight and that he's going to outprice himself and that Caleb Plant is not worth no $10 million. David Benavidez says Caleb Plant ain't worth no $10 million and he's outpricing himself because he don't actually want to fight Canelo. Caleb Plant is sitting there. I think Eddie Hearn had said, look, we made an offer, the zone, to have the fight on the zone. Fox need to make their offer to have the fight on Fox. And Canelo will pick the best one for him. My question is, Caleb Plant, being in his situation, you ain't really, you fought nobody. Literally nobody. And you've never been in no unifications, none of that. People have told me it's not really Caleb, it's his handlers. But should you be allowing your handlers to leverage your career against their network deal, right? Because, I mean, to me, he's leveraging his one belt and maybe might outprice himself. And we've seen this happen before with Deontay Wilder, and he's never been able to recover what he might have lost.
Right.
He ain't made no $120 million. He ain't made that. And he's still stuck in purgatory with Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
So what now with Caleb Plant? Is Caleb Plant using leverage, or is he chasing legacy, or is he trying to do both?
No, he's using leverage. He's using leverage because he had the fight before, and then he said some crap about it's too short notice when you had like about at least 60 days for that fight with the first time around, that he could have had that fight with Canelo. So that's just excuses. He's just using leverage, He's just using leverage to get more money out that he doesn't rate. He just doesn't rate $10 million. You know, Mikey Garcia rated $7 million with the bullcrap fight against the Jesse Vargas. Nobody
That's
really
right.
asked for it, but guess what? He rated that $7 million. He negotiated and he rated it. Why? Because he is a multi-division champion. He has fought the names. Caleb Plant does not rate no $10 million for being a Ustazi and being a Fagan Boots.
How you say his name?
Ustazi or whatever how you say it. I can't even say that. And I'm Hispanic and I can't say that. You know? And a Fagan Boots or Fagan Butts or whatever the hell his name is, German dude. You know? You don't rate that $10 million, man. I don't give a hell what you did, what you think you did. You don't rate $10 million. You take what they offering, whatever the zone's offering, that's what you take. Okay? That's it. Because last time I checked, Fagan Boots was not a world champion. He wasn't worldwide known. He just wasn't. That was a domestic level European. That's it.
Hold on. Let me play what David Benavidez said so y'all can hear. I don't want to misquote the man, so let me play it.
Work for him right now.
Exactly, and then Caleb Plant is making the argument saying that he wants $10 million because he's a missing piece of the puzzle that Canelo needs to unify all the world titles. You know what I mean? And it doesn't really make sense, man. But you know, Caleb Plant is gonna be Caleb Plant. You know, he thinks he calls the shots. He thinks he's A side, and he thinks a philosopher with the type of shit he says. And, you know, he's not. I don't think he's in any position to call the shots, the type of shots he wants to call. I mean, obviously he's asking for $10 million. I don't think he's gonna get that. He'll probably get $8 million. But no, that's more than enough. And like I said, if he believes in himself, he believes in his skills, take a fight, beat Canelo like how you think you're gonna beat Canelo, and then you're the man. But these people, that's why he's asking for the extra $2 million, because you know he's scared in his head, you know.
Insurance firm, cushion.
You know, insurance, exactly. But like I said, fuck it, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. If you're not prepared, if you're not ready to fight, then don't take the fight. If you believe in yourself, you believe in your skills, go in there, take the fight. Take the $8 million or whatever they want to pay you. Prove everybody wrong, and then you're still a man and you got all the belts. But that's how these people they don't believe in themselves. Like I believe in myself. You know, if I fight Canelo, I'm not gonna be asking for $10 million. You know, and obviously a fight with me and Canelo will be way more appealing to the crowd than a fight with him and Caleb Plant. You know what I mean? Because you know, we're both, you know, we come forward. We're looking for the fights all the time. So I don't know. Right now, I just gotta.
That was David Benavidez. What do you think?
He's absolutely 100% right. I absolutely agree with him. He said nothing in that was wrong, in my opinion. He is absolutely right. He does not. I'm telling you, man. That and a fight with Benavidez and Canelo is way more interesting anyway than a fight with Caleb Plant and Canelo. Because what is Caleb Plant gonna do? He's gonna fight on the back foot all night. You know, it's not gonna bring no action. It's gonna be a boring fight. Running around like a chicken. That's what
I think Mango Juice said it right. Like, you know, who else can he fight? Black said he'll fight in-house, but in-house who? Right. So the thing is, you have a situation like with Canelo. What's up, Uli X Games? With Canelo, right? I want to see Canelo do undisputed, but the truth is, Canelo does have better options with Eddie Hearn than Caleb Plant has with PBC. It won't be no undisputed with Eddie Hearn, but we will see fights that we might be interested in. We might see Canelo fight a Bivol. We might see Canelo fight, if Bob Arum lets it happen, fight goddamn Beterbiev, right? Hell, you know, Canelo might end up at some point, hopefully, fighting my guy Andrade. I doubt that though. But he has options. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's other things over there for him to do. Caleb Plant don't have nothing else to do. And sometimes I wonder if Caleb Plant forgets there ain't nobody there to see him. We're not coming there to see you, sir. We come in there to see a coronation. I said that before. And I'm not understanding what Caleb Plant's problem is, to be honest with you. So we've seen Wilder lose out on $100 and something million. Caleb Plant is playing hardball, looking for leverage. And let me play this because this reminds me of Caleb Plant. Hold on.
Nobody's bigger than the group. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Nobody coming to see you, Otis. Nobody coming to see Caleb Plant. They're coming to see Canelo.
See you, Otis. You damn group. Nobody's bigger than the group. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Nobody coming to see you, Otis. Oh my God. Santos
right.
done?
Yeah, man. That's right, man.
Well,
ain't nobody coming to see no sweet hands. Nobody wants to see no sweet hands. You hear me?
Sorry, I was drinking some water. My bad.
At the lake.
No, I'm just saying, like, we gotta like be honest with ourselves here, right? We've seen Deontay Wilder. Let me play something else to you why I'm talking, because I've seen Deontay Wilder do it, where he allowed people to finesse him out of big money for a fight that he could win. He could win. I think Deontay Wilder had a better chance at beating Anthony Joshua than Caleb Plant had in beating Canelo. You know what I'm saying? And for all who don't remember, and for all the people talking dumb shit, let me play for y'all something, a video here. The last time I remember Deontay Wilder addressing this month, this was right after they turned down that DAZN deal. This is when Shelly Finkel hold out Deontay Wilder. Look at this shit.
Joshua and his team.
Good luck. Good luck on best man win. You know, I think it's a toss-up fight and may the best man win. I see whoever at the top.
Hey, champ. Can you tell the people why you turned down the $100 million and the DAZN deal? And was Anthony Joshua a part of it? Just a little bit of insight.
Let me answer the business part of
absolutely.
That. First, wait. Let's finish one thing, then do this next. It wasn't a number, as you say. And second, there's a lot more to the career of Deontay Wilder than just a number. As we said before, he's going to knock out Joshua when they fight. We want millions of people to see it. The second fight, we don't think he'll ever fight him again, because the knockout will end that, because that would also end the matchroom boxing. So we don't believe that was ever part. And also, without divulging Deontay's personal business, what his numbers, that's his own. You will see what we have in store. Him, Al, and I sat down. We went over everything. He made the final decision, and time will show he made the right one.
Santos. Is Santos done? Oh, there might be a delay or something. Oh, Santos is gone. Hey, anyway, but look here, man. So that was the last time we saw one of the last Deontay Wilder, and I'm glad this video wasn't taken down. But I downloaded it just in case. So I was gonna ask Black. So has in time, has it showed that Deontay Wilder made the right decision? You see, that was when trying to leverage your belt over legacy goes wrong. They tried to leverage the fight with Anthony Joshua, because he had the last piece of the puzzle. And they tried to leverage it, and look what happened to Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder still can't recover. He still ain't made that money. And he got beat the F up by Tyson Fury. Santos back. Santos, what's up?
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So has time? Did you see the video with Shelly Finkel making
Yeah,
Deontay Wilder
yeah.
drink some water?
Yeah, he had to make him drink some water, and had to say the whole Floyd Mayweather saying, as I said before, just excuses. Just trying to game the system, or trying to make
this
more.
thing don't work for everybody, bro. It don't work for everybody.
No, it backfires. It backfires. It definitely backfires.
You turn down that money from the zone. Lou DeBella is on video, and I should have downloaded that one too, saying Shelly was in the room, Al was in the room, Deontay was in the room. All of them were there at the zone, and they all turned it down. Shelly Finkel said Al made the decision. All these dudes were talking about they're their own boss. Ultimately, Al makes your decision. He tried to leverage his belt, his Sophia, his most precious, most special belt, or whatever the hell it is, over legacy. And now he effed up with Tyson Fury, unless you believe the conspiracy theories that maybe Deontay Wilder is also in on it. But thus far, Shelly said in time will tell that we made the correct decision. But it's been how much years now, Santos? 2 years now?
It's been more than that. Been like 3.
Been like 3 years. And we still haven't seen that he's made the correct decision. You could have been undisputed champ right now, because I said before, Wilder had a better chance of beating Joshua than Caleb Plant Canelo. Because it's a heavyweight division, right? And in the heavyweights, one punch could change everything. But Caleb Plant not going to knock out no Canelo. So, again, leverage over legacy. But Deontay Wilder also is another guy.
Nobody's bigger than the group. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Nobody coming to see you, Deontay. Anthony Joshua was the draw. Anthony Joshua is the reason why there was $120 million available, because Anthony Joshua's name carries a lot of weight. He's the one who's selling out Wembley. He's the one who Saudi Arabia building goddamn stadiums in the sand for. He's the one people doing all that for. The reason why you could be offered $100 million is because of Anthony Joshua. Nobody coming to see you, Otis.
No one. No one.
Hey, Black, you gotta add this "nobody coming to see you, Otis" into your goddamn video clips.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Leverage over legacy. Nobody coming to see you. Deontay had not signed, still has not sold out no arenas. Still, before Tyson Fury came to America, he never did a pay-per-view. And he was champ for 30-something. He had like 30-something fights, champ for like however long. The reason why that money is available is because of your opponent, the unified champ, not you. And Caleb Plant, again, is making the same mistake. Nobody coming to see you. You're from Tennessee. The only thing in Tennessee is the Grizzlies and 3-6 Mafia, and they don't even have 3-6 Mafia no more. Is that Bat Fury?
No, you don't say. They don't have 3-6 Mafia. I love that song, Tear the Club Up, because that's exactly what I did to Deontay, his face. Last year, I tore the club up, and I tore a new hole in his ear, on his head, with my balloon egg weights that I had in me gloves. That's right.
Thank you to our gypsy correspondent, Bat Fury. We always appreciate your input on very important topics.
I'm the bump that goes bump in the night. And Deontay Wilder knows that. And he's scared. All this COVID business, it was just, a messed up test result for me.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, you got people turning down unifications like Gary Russell Jr., who still ain't got no fight. Who Leo Santa Cruz is gonna say, "Oh yeah, I might just go and bless Gary Russell with a fight now." This dude over there with his belt, this WBC belt, he gotta have the record for the longest reigning champion ever.
Gary Russell fights once in a blue moon on a leap year.
But I'm just saying, man, we gotta really talk about this thing because we don't have these issues in MMA. In MMA, I see every single fight I want to see. Is it that boxers are too highly paid that all of a sudden legacy don't matter? Because I can make $1 million to fight nobody. It's the Sheik. What's up, man?
Look at the Iron Kong. I tell you this with the legacy, okay? I tell you, the Bob Backlund wanted to lose to me. Why? Because I am a real wrestling Olympian champion, okay? He didn't want to lose to the fake Hulk Hogan and his stinky leg drop. He wanted to lose to me, the camel clutch, back-breaking son of a bee that I am. And these boxers don't want to push the legacy. They want the money, but they don't want to put it in work like a bunch of pansy, lazy sons of beesies.
Thank you to our correspondent from Tehran, Khosrau, aka the Iron Sheik. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All your input is always needed on the Iron Kong's channel.
Yeah, thank you.
Let me big up the people here in the chat. We got Uli X Games in the house, Mango Juice in the house, Black, of course. We got Santos, the man of many voices. We got D Nice in the house. Shizbiz was in here. Is that 1-2 kid? I said 1-2 kid already, but anyway. Here's the link again for anybody who want to jump on with me. And you tell me about leverage over legacy, man, because these dudes choosing to leverage, and they don't understand that leverage don't work for everybody. Caleb Plant can't leverage Canelo. Canelo has options outside of Caleb Plant. It's not undisputed, and I rather undisputed, but Canelo can fight somebody in September and make it a big fight. Caleb Plant is gonna go fight somebody at PBC who he ain't gonna make $2 million with.
Yeah, I mean, I think, Caleb, he ain't really, do or put in the work like someone like me, you know what I'm saying? I fought the Bundus before Spence did, you know what I'm saying? Beat that ass before Spence did, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wanted to fight Bundu except me, you know what I'm saying? I fought, the Danny Garcias before Spence, you know what I'm saying? So basically, I had the legacy before the leverage. You know what I'm saying? That's why, Spencer's ducking me now, son. You know what I'm saying? I put legacy before leverage. You know what I'm saying? That's why I could hold on to the WBA title for as long as I did. You know what I'm saying? Now, can Manny do the same thing? Apparently not, because you know why? I done fought the killers in my division. You know what I'm saying? The Porters. You know what I'm saying? And no one can say that I duck anybody, son. You know what I'm saying? Because I put in the work. I mean, Sweet Hands. Come on now. I mean, what Fagan Boots? Mike Lee? You know what I'm saying? Somebody who does subs. You know what I'm saying? He fought a sandwich technician. He fought a sandwich technician in Mike Lee, son. Come on. I've been in Tibet, spinning rocks, talking to the spirits and playing my flute. Putting in that work, you know what I'm saying? Slap boxing, up in the Himalayas all day, every day. Taking on all comers, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a mover and a shaker, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't see that in Sweet Hands, Caleb, Plant, he needs to maybe take what he gets from the zone and make that move happen, because the train might pass him by, you know what I'm saying? And he might be left in the station with a dead plant, you know what I'm saying? You know, he needs to get some light on him, put some water on him, and get himself going, you know what I'm saying? Develop a stem, a backbone, and some scruples about himself. Take a little $8 million, you know, and just do that, you know what I'm saying? If you that great, you know what I'm saying, confident in your abilities, like Benavidez said, you'll take that money, and then if you beat Canelo, you the man. You know what I'm saying? So David Benavidez pretty much said everything that needed to be said. You know what I'm saying? Exquisitely.
Exquisitely. I want to thank our correspondent from Florida, Mr. One Time. I gotta wipe my screen off now. It's a bit moist. But as I was saying, man, leverage don't work for everybody, bro. You're not gonna leverage somebody who is the star. Deontay Wilder tried to leverage Anthony Joshua. Joshua got his ass whooped in Madison Square Garden, but he actually came out on the better end after beating Ruiz the second time. He actually made more money against Ruiz. Still has his belts and going in to fight the undisputed cruiserweight champ Alexander Usyk. Deontay Wilder still don't have a fight. So did Shelly Finkel make the right decision? When Al Heyman and him were in that room with John Skipper, Eddie Hearn wasn't there, and they said no. You could see Deontay Wilder don't run his own career. Let me play that clip again and show you just how Deontay Wilder don't run his own career. Let me play the clip again for y'all, because this is a wonderful clip.
So the mandatory
Final
comes
question.
first.
Yeah, roll that booty.
Yeah, I wish you guys will, man. Bring excitement even more to the heavyweight division and may the best man win. You know, I think it's a toss-up fight and may the best man win. I see whoever at the top.
Hey, champ.
I've heard you
Can you tell the people why you turned down the $100 million and the DAZN deal? And was Anthony Joshua a part of it? Just a little bit of insight from
Let
you.
me answer the business part of
Absolutely.
that. First, wait. Let's finish one thing, then do the next.
Bruh.
It wasn't a number, as you say. And second, there's a lot more to the career of Deontay Wilder than just a number.
Bruh.
As we said before, he's going to knock out Joshua when they fight. We want millions of people to see it. The second fight, we don't think he'll ever fight him again, because the knockout will end that, because that would also end the matchroom boxing. So we don't believe that was ever part. And also, without divulging Deontay's personal business, what his numbers, that's his own. You will see what we have in store. Him, Al, and I sat down. We went over everything. He made the final decision, and time will show he made the right one.
1-2 kid.
Can you smell it?
I can smell it.
Can you smell the size of his head interfering with the interview?
Shelly Finkel, if you don't take your boiled, potato peeled skin looking ass, Mr. Potato ass. Oh, let her smell it.
I ain't never seen Eddie Hearn step across Anthony Joshua, made that man shut the
That motherfucking head had a gravitational pull.
Never seen no shit like that. I ain't never seen Anthony Joshua get told to shut up. I'll talk about the business like that. When Anthony Joshua talks, Eddie Hearn shuts up. I just watched this little man made Deontay Wilder, the baddest man in the world, shut up. Why? Because he really didn't have no explanation why he turned down that money, right? If he was the one who made the decision to turn down the money, he could have answered for himself. But Shelly Finkel jumped in front of him and said why we're leveraging Deontay Wilder's belt and career. 1-2 3, what's up?
Hey, it seemed like Wilder wasn't even going to say something, and he shut him up twice, and he didn't even make a attempt to say anything. He was like, no, I got this. Don't say a word. While he was taking a drink, like he was drinking, like let him get a drink. The motherfucker was still trying to cut him off. Like, no, don't drink that. Watch what I'm about to do. Watch the horse shit spew out of my mouth and just spew out, because I don't know, man. Just jumped in front of him and it took over the interview, because he probably knew he didn't know what was going on, which kind of sucks. And that's why these fighters got to know what's going on in these contracts. They got to read what's going on in these contracts, and they got to know what type of moves are going to be made with their careers, as to just letting these people take the steering wheel in their careers and heading it down to Trashville.
Hey, hold on. Go ahead, talk, man. I got a phone call.
He got phone call, y'all. Hey, what's that say? What did Black put in there? Oh, watermelon head ass. He said it got a gravitational pull. Yeah, he was pulling comments right out of Wilder's mouth. That's a fact. What's going on, Actual? How you feel about all this mess?
I'm back. What was that?
So how you feel about the mess?
What mess?
Actual. About the man just cutting him off and not even letting him answer. Not that he was going to answer anyway.
That's the whole topic today, right? Because people are saying it's not Caleb Plant's fault, it's Al and them. But I'm like, why are you allowing these people to leverage your career and your career? And Shelly Finkel ain't hurting for no money. Shelly Finkel ain't in there, and Al ain't in there taking punches for you. But they're telling you, don't take $8 million because that's too small. Canelo moves on, though. Huh? What's that? Santos. Is Santos hearing me? Want to kid, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Anyway, I'm just saying, these guys are allowing Al Heyman and them to leverage their network deals over their actual earnings. This is their actual life. Canelo moves on in September and fights. Say he gives Golovkin the goddamn pension fight, right?
Yeah.
Suppose he fights Bivol in September. He has actual options. It's not undisputed, but he has actual people to fight. Caleb Plant don't have nobody to fight. Want to, kid?
Yeah, he don't got no one to fight, but I kind of want to see that undisputed.
Of course, but what I'm saying is, it's like leverage don't work on everybody, bro. You have the one belt, but leverage only works when you're the only option. You ain't the only option. Canelo is going to fight in September, and whoever he fights, he's gonna make money. You, on the other hand, you're gonna fight somebody else, and you're not even gonna make $2 million, bro.
Yeah, it makes it hard when you're trying to gain leverage and you're the C side. because I don't even really consider dude the B side. You know what I mean? He only a one-time champ. I barely know anybody on his resume. He probably barely knows anybody on his resume. And he needs to get in there and fight with somebody who does have a name, because he has the opportunities to do so, unlike guys like Demetrius Andre, who tried to make these fights happen, actually sends offers, and don't pull leverage bullshit like this.
Exactly.
As of now. And I think that's the difference in the whole argument. This dude isn't really trying to make big fights. He hasn't been trying to make big fights at any point in his career, other than just holding on to that belt for, quote unquote, like you said, leverage. And that's unfortunately, that seems to be one of the issues in boxing. And I think the PBC want to ride their brand out and say, look, if you're gonna take this title, you got to pay top dollar for it, and you might as well just come over here and we could work it out. But they also did send a one-time offer, but when it came to the price tag, they didn't say anything about what that price tag was. So I don't know. Until they let that out, we ain't gonna know.
Now, who's this? Who's this now?
This Caleb Plant. Look, y'all. Look, Ustatsky did a number on my face, and I'm just trying to get what I feel like I'm worth. I mean, if Canelo did what he did to Billy Joe's face, I just feel that I need to be properly contemplated, in order to protect myself and my good health. So I think $10 million is just a minuscule amount that I could be compensated for the amount of damage that potentially my face could have. Because I mean, look
Hey,
at my face. Look at
hey,
my
Caleb,
face.
what you got? The IBF?
I got the IBF, man. I got the
Yo,
IBF.
IBF should strip you just for being corny as fuck.
But
they should just take that
look,
shit from you.
look,
They took it. They took it from Manny for less. Shit. They should just take that shit and give it to somebody who willing to fight.
But I'm just going for what I feel like I'm worth. And $10 million, you know, I mean, Canelo's a $365 million man. Can't tell me you don't got that. So I mean, you know, 10 million I think is a bargain for me, you know, for a belt. And you know, you want this red belt, you got to give them ducats, man.
Man,
and,
look here. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Look, look, man. All I'm saying is leverage over legacy seems to be what the way of boxing is, and why we're not getting to see these fights. We got to see Jamel and Castaño, and we might not see the rematch for a little while, right? We might not see the rematch for a little while, you know. And it's just interesting to me that I'm seeing people like cheering this. Like, we've seen what happened. We didn't see Wilder versus AJ. Why? Because of leverage over legacy. We ain't see Gary Russell unify with nobody because Gary Russell feels like he can leverage his WBC belt because of this bullshit. We've seen this multiple times. People trying to leverage and kind of shortchange and, you know, nickel and dime people leveraging this belt. I just feel
I'm trying to leverage my medical bills in a manageable fashion, and $10 million will cover those bills, and I would have some money.
Hold on.
Saved over so I could retire on. Cause
hold on, bro.
Damn group. Nobody's bigger than the group. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Nobody coming to see you, Otis. You from Tennessee.
But you know what though, Iron Kong? Here's the thing. Sometimes it ain't the fighter that the people want to see, but the matchup itself. And he does make up an interesting matchup with Kello. So maybe he's worth it.
Well, I'm not here to tell you that, but okay, fine. Because it seems like also the issue is that it has to happen on Fox. It has to happen on Fox. What if Canelo says, bro, okay, we'll pay you this money, but I want you to come over here because I don't want to gamble on these people who crying for pay-per-view who not going to buy the pay-per-view. So I want you to come over here and fight me in the zone. So I'll pay you, but you got to come, but you know, you got to come to where I'm at to fight. I mean, how is Caleb Plant leveraging? Why is Caleb Plant worrying about what network it happens on? He should be worrying about, are you going to pay me this money or not? That's what you worry about. You, the fighter, worry about that. Stop letting these people tell you, look, man, you could get your 10 million, but it has to happen here. They're not going to pay you that money and also accede to your network requests. You ain't the B side. You ain't A side. You ain't even B side, as 1-2 Kid said. We gotta stop, bro. Leverage over legacy is never good. It don't help nobody. Who's this in the private chat? Oh, that's 1-2 Kid. You know, so,
he's coming back.
Oh, but we've seen these things backfire. Gary Russell, right? Oh, $1 million is beneath my standards. I'm not going to England to fight Josh Warrington, right? He ain't went to England. Lara beat the hell out of Josh Warrington, and we still ain't seen Gary Russell fight since. We ain't seen him fight since. We're not getting no fights, bro, because of this whole leveraging. You know, somebody gonna have to explain it to me. I don't get it, and I don't like it because I don't have these issues when I watch MMA. I get every fight I want. I can't think of a fight that I haven't got yet.
Yeah, it's true.
But in boxing, I can think of a lot of fights I'm not getting. A lot of fights. You know what I'm saying? And it's all because people want to leverage this and I want to leverage that and all that. You just saw Shelly Finkel made a big grown man, a king, shut the F up while he talks. Take a big drink of water. Like he dehydrated. Like he in the desert. Oh, time will tell he made the correct choice. Man, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man, that was pretty bad. That was bad. Yeah, man.
Anyway, man, that's it for me. I really don't got nothing else, man. I just wanted to come on and talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Leverage over legacy. I don't like this. And it's blocking the fights I want to see. I want this year on the Spirit Chapter 168. Now, no, I'm not going to see it. No, the zone is trying to get Triple G to go up and get his pension money and F off.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. The business side of boxing is really doing some serious damage to boxing.
Triple G is another one who's leveraging also.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. He's sitting on that belt like a chicken waiting for the egg to hatch. Waiting for that egg to hatch, man. That's what they're doing. They're just sitting on their belts. You know what I mean? Just sitting on their eggs and like, you know, I'm not going to let this go until, you know, it cracks full of money.
Yeah, you sit on it too long, it gets rotten.
That's true. That's true, man. Start smelling like ass.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm smelling. I'm smelling it, man. I'm smelling that. I just want to see these guys fight, man. Just make the fights happen. And it's not shut up and box, but it's get a fair deal, get in there, mix it up. And then make your deals even better, you know? Make your deals even better when you get some big names under your belt and make some damn good offers, man. Make some offers to some people that some reasonable offers and ask for reasonable money. Not this over-the-top shit. Come on, Keith did it. He wanted 10 to fight Bud Crawford, you know? Nobody knows what who was it, Porter wanted. But yet I hear people out here saying that Porter and that Duck Porter, he ducked Thurman, he ducked, you know, Garcia. I'm like, it's all bullshit, you know. So it's like the offers were sent. These guys said it wasn't enough, no counter offer. So, hey, man, that's what we get.
Well, and you're right. You made a good point. Sometimes, you know, you're not even leveraging a belt. Sometimes you want to leverage your name because you think your name is this big name, Sean Porter. Oh, Sean Porter don't fight that kind of money. Sean Porter is a big name fighter. You ain't never saw no pay-per-views, bro. Sean Porter ain't no big name nowhere. You win belts, do a defense, and then lose the belt. That's what you do. That's what Sean Porter does. You're a guy who gets a belt, you do a defense, and then you lose right after. That's your job. Stop acting like you're some big name guy. Keith Thurman, you cut your ponytail. What's your worth? No, your ponytail was half your worth. Now you're just an average light skinned guy like me, right? So, I mean, what's your worth? Like these guys want to leverage themselves to do all types of shit when they ain't really worth that. The problem is they might actually had gotten it worked with Bud because they really froze him out. They really froze Terrence Crawford out, right?
The same people though that said, you know, that were praising Spence for saying that Sean Porter couldn't sell out a TV dinner or a backyard barbecue.
Yep,
are the same people who are saying, "Oh, that ain't enough money for Sean Porter to fight Bud."
Big facts, big facts, big facts.
Say folks. So now he's this big pay-per-view star, I guess. You know,
big facts.
I'm happy that these guys is trying to get their money, but come on, making it be reasonable, Buddha. Come on, guys, be reasonable, man. Like in order to make this stuff happen, man, we got to give a little to get a little. So, you know, give a little bit up, and what you might find if you believe in yourself is that you're gonna wind up on top regardless. You know, if you give it a shot. That's why I'm still not mad at the fight that we just had. It was a draw. Okay, cool. But I think both of these guys, winner or loser, you know, even after the show, not only did they make it happen, after the show, both of them gave it their all. So it's like I think both of their stocks should rise. You know, I think Jamel should be on the pound for pound list. You know, I think people should be looking at Castano now. Now that he made his statement, both of these guys made it happen for us boxing fans, and we should appreciate things like that, as to just saying, "Oh, this dude got robbed. Oh, this is this. Oh, this is messed up. This is messed up." It's like, yo, man, that type of shit happens all the time, and I've seen a lot of fights that were nowhere near as close as the one that we just watched, where people got a draw. You know what I'm saying? I've seen scorecards that were just ridiculous, and those weren't all that bad. I guess one was bad, but other than that, it's still the same result. So I wasn't too mad at it. And I was happy that we got it as fans, and I'm happy that the community came together to promote that shit. That's big champ shit to me. So that's what these other guys got to do. And that goes for the divas too. The divas in boxing who just feel that they're elevated, godlike beings that don't gotta bow down to nothing or don't gotta deal with anything as to just saying, yeah, I'm the best, and your ass, I'm just gonna clean the floor with you, I'm gonna dust you off, and I'm gonna keep it moving. Just another belt on my, another notch on my belt, and I'm just gonna
one thing. You're breaking up badly, boy. You're breaking up.
Y'all there?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, but you're breaking up badly.
Okay, I'll just drop off, man.
Drop off and come back, man.
Yeah, man. Yo, Kong, man, I gotta go, man.
Hey, peace to you, my brother.
Thanks for having me on, bro. It's always
peace
a pleasure,
to you, man. Have a nice day. John Dealey, what's up, man? How you doing, John Dealey? But yeah, man. Anybody else who's in the chat? The conversation today was about people trying to leverage themselves over the legacy, and can leverage work hand in hand with chasing legacy, or is it always just about making money, right? And we discussed today how leverage can backfire when you try to leverage your one belt or your name, and it backfired on you. Josh Warrington tried to leverage his name and his belt, and it backfired on him. Josh Warrington went in there and he tried to flex on, what's this guy's name, man? Kid Galahad, Barry Awad. Hey, John, if you want to jump on with me before I get off, he tried to flex on Kid Galahad and then got his ass whooped. He got beat to hell in England by an unknown Mexican kid. 1-2 Kid is back. 1-2 Kid, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, so another example is Josh Warrington. When he didn't want to give Kid Galahad his fight, when Kid Galahad was his mandatory, it was supposed to be a rematch, but he was still his mandatory. And Josh Warrington ended up flexing on him and dropping the belt and all this bullshit, and he got his ass whooped.
Yep, stalling it out. And that's what happens when they stall it out. And the other thing is, if you're going to pass up on these big fights, what you're going to do, fight 7 fights to make up for that one fight that you passed up, business-wise, money-wise? Like, are you that unconfident in your skill set that you think that this dude might just take your belt and beat the dog shit out of you? So, you're not going to make that type of money. If you fight 3-4 fights, you're still probably not going to make that money. And you're putting in all that extra work. So what's that tell the boxer fan? That tells them, yo, you really don't want it.
Yep. Uli X Game says Tio tried to leverage and he lost all momentum off that Loma win, and he may drop his belt because he don't want to travel to defend in Australia. He better not.
That's a fact. He better not drop that belt, man. God damn. He lost all momentum, and there was nothing that could have stopped him other than the horse shit that him and his team threw out in front of themselves. They were on cloud 9, and they had every right to be out there doing what they was doing, and then just switched it up last minute I'm undisputed. Then the shit just started hitting the fan. That's how it started. And that's what it is. It has a ripple effect of horse shit. And then soon shit like this is happening. He's got, you know, he got the virus and he's in Italy and he's going to fight in Australia and he's re-signed with Bob. Like it went all the way downhill, man.
Yep. John Dealey, what's up, man?
Hi, Kung. Hi, One Two.
Today we're talking about leveraging over legacy and how you feel about it. We went over how Deontay Wilder tried to leverage his WBC belt. It didn't go his way at all. It went bad for him. We see Caleb Plant trying to leverage his IBF belt. Will Caleb Plant allow Al and them to make a decision like they did for Deontay Wilder, and he never makes that money again? What's your opinion on leverage over legacy? Can both of them go together, or are they always antagonists?
Well, not are they only antagonists. It fails doubly when you go for leverage, because very, very few people become a cash cow without chasing legacy. When you think about, I'm just trying to wrap my brains, like who you could say, maybe Oscar was a cash cow without achieving legacy, but at the same time he fought everybody, so he did chase it. Canelo, you could maybe argue that he'd been a cash cow without chasing legacy, but it'd be difficult to say he isn't now. Anthony Joshua's been chasing legacy, so they're the two biggest cash cows in the current state of boxing. And all these people that are trying to make out like they're, you know, big stars, they generate money. Whenever we get figures from their pay-per-views or their numbers from their views, they're always poor, aren't they?
Yes.
So it's like a pissing match, an ego. It's like just the ego trip. Yeah, all these egos are just too big.
But if it's all about money, then the reality is they're actually reducing their paydays, not increasing them by this behavior.
That's right.
You know, Wilder's walked. Not only has he walked away from legacy, he's walked away from his biggest payday. If Plant turns down the Canelo fights, not only is he walking away from the chance to be undisputed, he's walking away from his biggest payday and he won't get it again. Luis Ortiz turned down his biggest payday, got beat again for a lot less money. And where is he now? Kawanaki, probably the best example of this, was offered to fight for a world title really when he didn't deserve it, hadn't proved a single thing, was offered $6 million. And how much did he get paid when he lost to Helenius? Wasn't it like a couple $100,000? So not only are they antagonistic, where are you going to with this leverage? What's the end game? Because it definitely isn't making more money.
Yep, letting it marinate too long and getting your ass whooped in the process. it ain't working out for these guys. It ain't working out for them.
Let's look at Fury and Wilder. So the whole plan is Fury's unbeaten. People perceive him to be the number one heavyweight in lots of rankings. Lots of people will argue to me he's the best because he's undefeated. But he's not selling anything. Nobody's really bothered about seeing this fight that he's got with Deontay Wilder. And presumably, they're trying some sort of leverage tactic for what they're doing. It's not one that obviously makes logical sense, but
it really
I find
doesn't.
It very difficult to believe that this COVID test isn't to just cover the fact they can't sell any tickets.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
They didn't have like a UK broadcaster for this fight because there's no interest over here. He's even got one that he's signed an exclusive deal with, and they don't even want to pick it up. So,
and that's the thing, man. I that whole fight, man. I look at it like if there was no controversy after the fight, and everyone just watched the fight and moved on from that, would anybody be interested in seeing a trilogy?
Well, if they'd have got it done last year, as soon as they were able to, I think people would have been able to just be like, well, okay, he's a world champion. It's his first loss. He's got a rematch clause. Might not be
To me, what was the difference between that fight and Mayweather and Gotti?
Yeah, but you could also argue with Joshua losing to Ruiz.
Oh yeah, nah, I get that.
He
I'm
got
just saying,
his rematch. Most champions do. I don't really have a problem with a long-standing champion having that immediate rematch.
I just not. Oh no, I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying the fight itself doesn't interest me. I just seen a whitewash. You know what I mean? I just seen a whitewash, man, and then it's like, all right, let's bring up this controversy to hype the fight, and then what we'll do is we'll say we're going for undisputed, and then that'll give us more promotion.
But it hasn't worked, has it?
Yeah,
that has worked. Whereas if you look at the most similar recent situation, Ruiz beat Joshua pretty conclusively.
Yeah.
You know, based on that performance, you couldn't necessarily argue that it deserved a rematch.
I don't know. I actually,
but he got one.
Right, but at the same time, I mean, in that fight, he dropped Ruiz first, then Ruiz dropped him. So what I'm trying to say, at what point did Deontay Wilder have any success in that fight?
No, he didn't have any at all. I mean, if it's difficult to argue against what you're saying, but I'm still okay with champions getting the chance for a rematch.
Oh yeah, for the rematch. Like, I'm still not mad at that he got that he won in arbitration. I mean, if he deserves that, he deserves it. I'm just saying, as a fan, just watching the fight, I'm like, what's the big stink about this? Like, what's the big thing about this? I'm not hyped about it. I'm not hyped about the fight at all.
But that's kind of my point. So you need to do it quickly, because the longer they leave it, they're never going to get any hype for it. It's never going to sell a lot of tickets. It's not going to do a lot of pay-per-views. They can't make money off this fight. And whoever's in charge seems to think the more they mess about in the media, the more intrigue they try and create with drama, the more people are going to want to buy tickets and go to the fight. And no matter what they do, people are not interested. So if you have to do it because of contractual reasons, get it done and get moving. Not try everything we can think of to get interest in the fight. People aren't interested.
Right. It's showing. It's probably what, like you said, it's probably why they're throwing them out. You know, and same with the T.O. Cambosa's fight. Triller probably like, look, we're not selling no tickets, man. We're giving you a lot of money. So I don't even know. And if he drops that belt, how's that? Like, is this dude gonna get sued? Because isn't it a signed contract with Triller, or is his next fight still got to be with Triller? Like, how's that shit work?
Teofimo's feeling himself too much off that Lomachenko win. I mean, have you watched the fight back? Do you want to see it again? Was it?
Hold on. What's up, Zone 6? How you doing, bro? Toby came in. A couple other people came in. If I missed anybody, sorry about that. But the topic today is leverage over legacy, or leverage versus legacy. Can the two coexist, or does leverage and legacy always have an antagonistic relationship? We've covered a few people who seem to be more interested in trying to leverage their name or their belt to get a better deal. We've seen where a couple of these situations have gone bad. We spoke about Deontay Wilder. It's gone bad for him when he tried to leverage the WBC belt. We've spoken about Josh Warrington, who got his ass whooped. He tried to leverage his status over Kid Galahad. We see Triple G trying to leverage his name to get a Canelo fight. We see a few other people who have tried to leverage themselves in order to get a better deal. Zone says they are one in the same. Hey, Zone, come up here and talk to me quick. I don't have a lot of time, but Zone, if you got time, just come up here and break that down for me, bro. So we see Caleb Plant now, and Caleb Plant is saying that he got the last piece of the puzzle, and he want this and he want that, and essentially telling Canelo, the overwhelming A side, that you have to accede to my demands because I have what you want. No, that's leveraging. But if Canelo decides to move on and says, you know what, bro? All right, man, cool. You do what you want to do. I'm going to fight in September, and I'm going to make whoever I fight in September, I'm going to make big money. Because the truth is, Canelo has more options for people to fight in a big event on with Eddie than Caleb Plant has at PBC. Because if Caleb Plant doesn't fight Canelo, who do you care to see Caleb Plant fight? Who? You know what I'm saying?
But
Canelo on the hold on. If Canelo on the other hand doesn't fight Caleb Plant, he could give Triple G his pension plan fight. He could fight Dimitri Bivol. He could fight a couple other people. But Caleb Plant don't have nobody to fight. So that might be a situation where trying to leverage your position goes wrong. John, you were saying?
It could go worse than that because he does have someone PBC might want him to fight.
Oh.
Then they can fight Benavidez, and if Benavidez blows weight, oh well, we're having the fight anyway.
Yeah, and then Caleb ain't getting nothing because that's a much bigger fight between him and Canelo than the Caleb Plant fight is, I would imagine.
Two Mexicans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Caleb wants to worry about what he wishes for, because I'm pretty certain over there, if Al says to Caleb, "You're fighting Benavidez," he's fighting him.
That's true. The bigger fight, it might be better. But David Benavidez, I just played a video with David Benavidez saying, me and Canelo is a bigger fight anyway. So,
but
you know.
But Al has to deliver title fights to his network providers, and Caleb's got a title. So he might decide that that's the one he wants to make because he doesn't want Caleb to hold it.
Maybe. But you know what? But then we back to that leverage shit. What's he going to do again? Once if let's just say that Benavidez pulls it off, gets the dub, then is this going to start all over again? It's going to be rinse and repeat.
It could well do. However, Plant's leverage tactics will have really backfired on him.
Oh yeah, well yeah, it would definitely backfire on him.
As for another rounds of leverage when PBC's involved, then that would be what I expect. Because he doesn't want to make any fights with anybody else. He wants to deliver content to his network providers. That's why he's trying to get Canelo on a free fight deal.
Anywho, hey, gents, I'm going to have to boogie off here, man. You know what I mean? I got to get back to my daily day. And I want to thank y'all for coming on. Leverage over legacy. We're going to talk about this again. And in case Caleb Plant forgot, Caleb, let me make sure you remember something, sir.
Nobody's bigger than the group. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Caleb. Don't ever forget that. Nobody. Right?
Bringing entertainment to the people, Kong.
That's right. And always remember, this is a move that Shelly Finkel made for Deontay Wilder. Don't forget this, John Dealey.
Final question. Yeah, I wish y'all guys well, man. Bring excitement even more to the heavyweight division and may the best man win. You know, I think it's a toss-up fight and may the best man win. I see whoever at the top.
Hey, champ.
I've heard you
Can you tell the people why you turned down the $100 million and the DAZN deal? And was Anthony Joshua a part of it? Just a little bit of insight from
Let
you.
me answer the business part of
Absolutely.
that. First, wait. Let's finish one thing, then do the next. It wasn't a number, as you say. And second, there's a lot more to the career of Deontay Wilder than just a number. As we said before, he's going to knock out Joshua when they fight. We want millions of people to see it. The second fight, we don't think he'll ever fight him again, because the knockout will end that, because that would also end the matchroom boxing. So we don't believe that was ever part. And also, without divulging Deontay's personal business, what his numbers, that's his own, you will see what we have in store. Him, Al, and I sat down. We went over everything. He made the final decision, and time will show he made the right one.
So the mandatory comes first, and then.
So that was leveraging by Deontay Wilder, and time. Well, we still have time. No. I guess time will show if you made the correct decision or not. So
let's get
John, close out, John.
Iron Kong. That was leveraging from Shelly Finkel and Al on Deontay, so they walked away winners, and Deontay's a loser.
Oh my God.
The holy bullshit is everywhere in boxing, and you can smell it. I smell it. So All right, man. Thanks for having me on, call,
Yeah,
man.
peace out, bro.
Thanks, Carl.
Peace. So that video I played just now was Deontay Wilder. Just as soon as he turned on the money, he was asked by Blue Blood Sports TV, why you turn on the money? And Shelly Finkel said, hey, I'll handle the business. You shut up. All that king shit he was talking, all that stuff he was talking, that little white man made him shut up. You shut up and drink your water. I'll talk about the business. And since that day, it hasn't really paid off for Deontay Wilder. It hasn't paid off for him. You're still in this purgatory with Tyson Fury. You can't get a fight yet. That's when leveraging goes wrong. I said before, Deontay might have had a better chance of beating Anthony Joshua than Caleb Plant had at beating Canelo Alvarez. Leverage versus legacy. We're going to talk about this again. Y'all have a nice day. Peace and power. Y'all take care of yourself.